So, good evening, everybody. So, I came up with the idea quite spontaneously to start out with a no save file tonight, because I felt like a little bit bored and not attached to my old save file. Hi, Rajul, welcome. And I didn't want to go for RimWorld every evening and Zeralem every evening, but at the same time my brain is too occupied with other things right now because my kid is sleeping not good, so... Well, we're starting out anew, and I felt like, of course I'm playing a large map. Always. That's one of the biggest things I feel like the game is feeling better with. So, we're going to see what kind of stuff do we play tonight. So, I have already tried Plateau, Wetland, Ancient Battlefield. I haven't tried Forest or Desert, so... Lacking Mineral Veins. Let's try that for a change. And Legacies... I don't want any Legacies this time. Just want to try out the Forest map. Well, let's see what we're going to pick up this time. I'm not going to touch these things. The regular Immortal difficulty is hard enough. We have mood penalties. We have a higher survival difficulty. That means people are hungrier. Combats are harder. Tribulations are harder. Our work takes longer. Our cultivation takes longer. Our adventures take longer. Our inspiration is more costly. And events can... can go into crazy chains and topple us over, I guess. So, this would be a way of increasing our difficulty level in Immortal, but no. Yeah, Talismans matter way more this time. And so, let's see what we're going to create. I felt like I wanted to go for a cultivator, which brings a advanced law, because... in my recent playthroughs, I had the feeling like starting out with a new advanced law from the get-go is one of the most powerful things to pick from the beginner traits, because it's so hard to acquire advanced laws without luck or derivative calculations. So, what is happening? What's going on with their feet? I don't even want to know. So we want to roll up somebody with a good chi sense, and then we're going to see how much we'll like that person. So here we go. That's a candidate. All right. Something like, well... I would like to have one that's enabling me to acquire other laws easier, and that would be the Heaven Stealing Law, because I know that Heaven Stealing Law includes a lot of very powerful things to enhance your lifespan. That would be a thing. Myriad Artifact Law, well, that's something I just like to play around with, but it's not that good in general. Tried the Artifact Law. Well... yeah, that's just a very smart thought there, Visual. By the time you can utilize the Myriad Artifact Law, you don't really need to have it from the beginning, because it needs so much preparation. It needs a skilled out character, it needs the materials to work with, and... Hi Vinman, welcome. Well, the Alchemy Legacy would be a thing too. I think Primordial Alchemy had pretty powerful chi enhancers too. So let's try and pick up that. Is he a good fit for any of those starting laws? He doesn't seem to be. So we need to re-roll. And I think I'm going to start with Primordial Alchemy this time. Just because, well, let's see. I want a really strong fit on a starting law, because I really want to keep that person and build the sect around him or her. and a solid chi sense is... Wow, look at that. A good start. Let's see. 133, 84, 141. Oh yeah, that's a girl. So, let's just pick up the Alchemy Legacy and, well, we could go loner, but I don't want to. Let's see, Reticent would allow me to pick up a artifact to start with. Well, an artifact to start with. Yeah, let's take that. I like that. Not enchant the swordsman here. I think that's worth trying it out. Hi Hyorin, welcome! And now we're just going to randomize until we have a good worker here going on. Somebody who's just good at hauling stuff, but also with a decent chi sense. So I'm going to roll around now, looking for a strong chi sense, and then, well, 24 is not really strong. Some of boons provide stats bonuses. Hi Combi, welcome. Yeah, I wanted to do that since quite some time, but there was always something getting in between. So what do we have here? Chi sense. The stats are not looking that good. I want to be a little bit picky if I only start with 2 people, you know. And I really consider saving the forming pill. Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh, looking good. So we have a luck rating of 5 and a luck rating of 5 here as well. Well, construction, at least some talent. Cooking is very good, and that's pretty important. Yeah, we're going to keep those 2. So, Girls Sect. Hi Pop! Well, I was glad to hear that you were feeling better finally. So we're going to try that ensoulment stuff this time, for sure. I kept overlooking it for quite some time. So Primordial Alchemy, as far as I remember, it had here stat bonuses, base chi increase, max chi increase, and, well, okay. But at least it has some attribute increasers. These are always really good at the beginning, especially when you're low on advanced laws. Makes your golden core a lot more powerful. And beyond that, what do we have here? Lifespan modifier. That's gonna be really good. And moral purification. We have some mental state booster. And the rest is just elixirs and pills. But I wanted to try this out this time. So what do we have here? Constitution increase, intelligence increase, charisma increase. Oh, this one starts with all the 4 stat increasing rituals from the Primordial Spirit. I feel like that was a good choice, honestly. I feel like we're receiving a lot of returns here. Nice. Okay, so what do we have here? Not much, that's for sure. So, oh, we're starting just with a friggin' sword. Silly me. Yeah, okay, we can enchant that one day. Whatever, not the smartest choice, I'll remember that. I wanted to try out that perk. It sounded nice. So we have a little bit of food, and we have a timber axe. So, and we're here on a spot where there's not too many trees going on. Okay, so we need 1 logger. Check. 1 builder. Check. Nyanyun is a pretty decent crafter. What kind of sect is this going to be? I want to go alchemy heavy this time. Haven't managed to get a tier 1 GC, tier 3. Well, at least tier 3. That was my start as well. And believe me, most of the effort behind Golden Course is having access to the advanced laws. Once you have access to enough advanced laws, you just pump in enough inspiration, let them learn all those things that increase max G, and most of the work is already done. You just need to have a proper timing. Well, it's a little bit of a gross simplification from my side here, but you know, in a way, I'm not entirely wrong. Okay, so Nyanyun needs to be our logger. Yeah, hi there, Mr. Mysterious Cultivator, protector of our fledgling outpost. We will need to set up a bonfire. I don't like the fact that... Okay, we have a builder here. Good. We are of the brewing sect. We brew everything. Maybe even potions and pills. And maybe even sentient potions and pills. Alignment-wise, well... That's an interesting question. I would assume a alchemy-oriented sect would be neither good nor evil. You know what I mean? So here's fertile soil. I don't want to build my beginner home around that area. So we're going to need a material workplace, because we're going to need some timber to begin with. So, work. She's into crafting as well. Very good. We do have a few pieces of timber though. But I mean, that sword at least looks kick-ass. It's a good beginning. Alignment mercantile. That's a good idea. I think the Mysterious Cultivator does win against that beastie, but I don't want to kill it right away because of the simple reason that I want to... What's it called again? I want to let it grow until it is powerful enough to host a soul pearl. When you kill it too early, you only get a few units of beast blood and demon beast hide, and that's... you can't get more out of that thing, you know? So... storage. Let's put up the storage over here. Alright, you do that, Pop. Happy to have you around, man. So, a ginkgo tree. I'm playing very slow motion here due to the fact that the beginning of the game is a very, very volatile phase. Like, there's a lot that can go wrong here. And since we're only 2 people, I need to pay close attention to the situation. I have learned it the hard way that in Immortal mode, your people can die super quickly. Ah, nice to hear that, Rajul. Yeah, mods on RimWorld, at least, they are most of the time quite easy to cope with. They are playing nice most of the time. I'm usually only running into trouble if I use a too old version of the mod. And I need to download a new one, or the problem is not created from my side. So I'm logging a few units more of the wood, and we're going to create some beds to begin with. Yes, just some beds in the wilderness. I don't care about that. Going to chop here. Temperature here is a little bit cold, so we have to work on some housing quite quickly, but I feel like the bed was the most important part to begin with. Since this is a sleeping area, we need the door on the southern end. And obviously I want to move these a bit. 150 mods, well, luckily RimWorld has been improved that it's now loading faster with lots of mods. It was slower than it is now in the past. So, next step, we're going to create a handcraft station, because that's where we can grow more civilized. And then the next step after that will be the stoneworks. We'll be putting down these here. At the beginning of the game, I really like to have a open air workstation policy. Alright. And of course we need some very ill-positioned training spots, but training shall be done. Okay, we got that. So Sanguinea. I never looked at that plant as a fire elemental thing. There's water elemental flowers, earth elemental flowers. So the forest is quite rich in various chi flavors. It's quite an interesting thing. I never looked at it this way. So we're out of timber again, I see. That's why everybody's slacking. Well, we're not exactly slacking. So we can force the cultivation or kickstart the cultivation of somebody by using the forming pill. But I could also save the forming pill and use it for the first golden core breakthrough we have, or for the first person that's meant to be a good golden core breakthrough. It's a hard one to decide. So I'd be enjoying some feedback on that, a thought, because I really wonder if it's better to get going really fast and have your first inner disciple ASAP, or wait out with the foundation pill and or the forming pill and take it slow. It's really something I haven't made up my mind around that topic yet. What I like.
This is very personal.
Thank you, Joe. Number 98, and welcome Combi69 among the subscribers. Hope you're enjoying your stay. What I like doing on a new game is to pause, consume the forming pill, form the sect, unlock all the buildings, head to the old sect, unlock all the laws, and then take my time after that. Yeah, that's something we can do. Personally like unlocking all the sect buildings and basic laws. Yeah. I think that's I'm strongly leaning towards your approach here as well, because I feel like the kickstart you have by having an inner disciple from the get-go is so massive. So yeah, we're going to establish this place as much as possible before we leave Zhu alone out here. She's going to be a logger too. But since she's doing the construction and the cooking, it's going to be not that problematic. Yeah, let's do that. Because I totally agree with you there, Rajul, that this was... yeah, we're going to do that like that. I think it was still not a bad idea to help building the first few things together. And now it's time to let's not waste any further time. Well, I want to use the pill on my character that I want to keep, because she has a very good fit to the primordial alchemy law, and I feel like the first time my leader does his breakthroughs is always... I'm sure that I'm going to rebirthing her, so I always include that already in my decisions. So, although I like your point there, trying to delay the foundation of your leader a little bit, but seriously, rebirthing is not too much of an issue in this game. So, where we go? So we are the...
This is very personal.
Oh my god, Lamartis, hi there, and thank you for the resubscription. Welcome, I'm very happy to see that, and I'm glad to see you as well. So we are the primal school. There we go. So what's that? A scion of alchemy, cultivate the primal. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, we need a well. We need a friggin' well. I already killed sects in the past by forgetting about this friggin' well. I had such incidents in the past. I just realized that the most striking argument to have Nyanyun in her cultivation form already is that enlarging my sect is so easy when I have access to the adventuring things. So we're going to camp over to Mount Full Moon. I don't even get informations how long it's going to take. Seriously? Or is it only because... Ah, no, here. It's going to take one entire day, but it's going to be very much worth it. So wood wells are nice. Yeah. Wood and water is just a powerful combination on its own, exactly. So we'll need a timber axe. Would you kindly stop punching your fists bloody? I mean, it looks like this biome is quite generous with food. We can just pick food from the trees. It's quite nice. Alright, so we have that. Let's slow down and decide what's coming next. We need some source of stone, and we haven't found any yet. So let's explore a bit. Just finished with my flights for today. Yeah, I wanted to play some ACS for since quite some time, but somehow I was so unhappy with my old save file, so that I decided to restart simply, you know. Just go for a fresh start if I'm unhappy with my old situation. I've just learned so much in the past few weeks again about the game that I really wanted to have a fresh start, especially about starting faster. I acquired a lot of knowledge and I wanted to see how good I can facilitate that now. Other combinations, the most useful one at the start is definitely stone to boost metal and feng shui buildings. Yeah, I like to build with stone at the beginning too. I always like, in general, to cultivate a metal person as quick as possible, because I feel like they are super strong and easy to develop in the beginning, because the earth chi generators are quite easy to acquire. It's at least my opinion. So we need some more timbers, while Nyanyun is traveling over to the other place. I want to create myself a bow, so I can attack that bear. And if I'm lucky, we're going to acquire some bear gall. That would be quite cool. So, wood bow, poor quality. Dang it. It'll have to suffice. There we go. So, yes, I will attack this bear, because I have a strong friend. What the heck? She just killed that thing on her own. Okay, that sure came unexpected, but I created, or I rolled her, wait a sec, here's the screen. She has an insanely high battle rating, so it only makes sense. Can ascend all your people at the start. Once they are cultivators, they don't need food or water. I see, well, but you can't build your sect anymore. That's, and yeah, we got bear gall, nice. This is such a good foundation thingy. Have you seen that? Gave her a lot. Mighty like a bear. Yes. Okay, nice. Still didn't solve my stone problem, but my stone problem won't be a problem anymore in a second. But Rajul, I see that you are playing a different approach, like you're rushing the ensoulment stuff a lot faster than I do. So therefore I understand that you have a different point of view about workforce in general. So I want to see what kind of people we can recruit here. Well, his point is that if you only have cultivators, you don't need any farming or stuff like that anymore. And he's quite right about that. We're now going to look around here and check out if there's any quality material for cultivation. I'm looking here at the level of the chi sense mostly, because chi sense defines how much maximum chi a person can have, and that is your measure of how easy you can create a high quality golden core, because the quality of the golden core is mostly revolving around how much chi your character can store while you're performing the ascension ritual there. Yeah, recruiting manpower outside there is so easy. I misplayed that in my past attempts so hard. But, well, I gotta admit though, it never crossed my mind at the beginning of the game to go fast or something like that. I'm always a slow optimizer, and I love to play around creatively but while having no clue what I'm doing, and restarting once I have the urge. So this guy has a decent chi sense, but his other stats are just flat out horrible. So there's nobody in the village I want to recruit, so we're going to travel down here. This is a little bit of a workaround to get into Mount Tai a little bit earlier than you should. Just be very careful, there's always a demon beast hanging around north of the path. You don't want to aggro that. And once you get there, to everybody who doesn't know it yet, you can click that and click visit the Tai Sect, and that's a tad bit of a workaround to get in there. Yeah, unlocking the basic laws. I understand that you're heading there as fast as you can. So, shouldn't we get teleported over there? Alright, no, we didn't. I did just unlock it. I always thought I teleport over there as well. Whoops. Memories are false friends sometimes. Did this so many times and then I remember it flat out wrong. Always fascinating. Okay, so my storage area has to be somewhere else, and we can do a hardcore farming operation over here. That's really good. So how much wood do I have? If I knew that I need to yeah, it's an unlock. If I would have acted faster on that, I would have collected the timber there, but well, now we'll have to chop down some trees. It's not the end of the world after all. So let's do some floorboards. Well, 280 hours playtime. Well, I think I'm below that, gotta say. 190 hours, my Steam says. But I'm almost recording my entire playtime, so... Okay. Now, what I had in my mind right now was... Well, I lost that for a moment, whatever. So this is going to be a single room as soon as we get there. And then the most important thing is to send Nyanyun right away again to Taiyi Sect. I didn't want to recruit anybody who's a horrible fit into the sect, because I'm pretty sure that Ju is just fine on her own right now. So there's a rabbit outside there. Wow, there's really a lot of trees. Yet I know more than you. I don't know if I really know more than you. It's hard to tell. This game is so vast. I think that everybody can learn from each other. The community on the Discord server I met is also very, well, happy to exchange experiences, because there's so much going on beneath the surface in this game. Like, it doesn't show you a lot of things from the get-go. You have to know so many little tricks there, which a lot of them are actually courtesy of my commenters of my video series. So if you want to acquire a lot of knowledge, just check out my YouTube series I did, and just read the comment section. If you don't want to watch the entire show, check out the comment section. There's so much, such a wealth of knowledge there. These guys there are awesome. So we're going to collect a couple of marble blocks here. Let's just see that we can collect 2 stacks each. Well, 195 is not that good. 159 I wanted to say. 95 is what we take. So, and on top of that, there's also iron bars. Very good. Let's collect those too. Yeah, or come to my own Discord server. Sec. And check out what's happening there. We are also very helpful and welcoming for every disciple joining our ranks of the Amazing Cultivation Simulator. Somewhere around here there should be lumber. Lumber! There we go. Do I really need to pick that up? Yes, I do, because it will save me so much work to chop it down. And I'm going to keep the timber I have for other projects, like, what's it again? Building agencies with. Because when you want to build agencies outside in the world, you need the raw wood and not the refined stuff. So it's quite cool to have some processed wood. At least that's my thought behind that. Because in a forest biome like I'm playing in, it's not that important. But what is quite important? No, only 12. Ah, that's what I wanted to see. Some spirit stone blocks to top it off. Okay, let's head home with those resources. And then we're going to wait for the next events. Alrighty. Spirit stone block golems are amazing, okay. I usually like to use them for my first cultivation environments. Like, the combination of spirit stone and spirit wood is quite potent. Part of me chose the alchemy law also because it's a fire law. Fire and metal laws are the easiest to cultivate at the beginning, because it's very easy to acquire wood chi items, and it's easy to acquire earth chi items. So their cultivation chambers are the easiest to build. At least I made the experience. Feel free to enlighten me if you think otherwise. So we're going to build our storage zone just there. Let's not think about that too long. It's going to connect to this room, just like that. Let's make it nice and big. It's for sure not gonna be our last storage zone. Alrighty. So happy to have you guys all around here tonight, and this is supposed to be a longer term project here. So something to accompany my RimWorld runs, so that we have something different to play as well. So what do we have here? A pretty potent chi sensor. We're going to pick her up. Persuade. I'm running the one Click Favour mod, and due to that, persuading people is always a success, because I hate the social system of the game. I'm not proud of it, but that's just how it is. I don't like it at all. So let's zoom out and take a bigger perspective. So I'd say we'll put up the living areas up here. And let's start creating a larger room. Since we're in a wood chi heavy environment, I don't want to build with earth or metal, because they both don't harmonize too well here. We're going to stick with the timber. So let's build a nice and roomy dormitory here. Given that there are 5 ways to get 5 or so dragon feces within the first 2 weeks. Well, fire is... No, that would be metal. Metal is benefiting from earth. Fire benefits from wood, and wood chi collectors, well, you usually rush that because spirit wood is such a grateful companion in that department. Yeah, no problem. It's Amazing Cultivation Simulator for a reason, my friend. I mix up things that often in this game as well. Probably gonna destroy this little segment here in the middle later down the road. Who knows? Okay, but we have now another worker here in town. Let's check out her schedule. She's not passionate about anything except for building. Now, that's not really cool, but she's a good healer. That's really cool. So we're going to keep it like that for now. Fire begets earth. Yes. Oh man, that elemental system, that's just killing me. Okay, so now we have unlocked that. Observatory would be a thing, but the most important thing right now that I want to have is the crafting table. Crafting table can be moved as soon as it is installed, so I want to think about where I want to have it, but then again, we're just going to slap it down here. Well, I do have a better control over the game whenever I am not recording or streaming. Like, I do so many more mistakes when I'm streaming or recording. It's amazing, but that's just okay. I have accepted since a long time that this is just part of the job and part of the entertainment factor here. So I want to have the crafting table because I want to create some sort of artifact for Nyanyun, because every cultivator is pretty angry without an artifact and living without her disciples, so she has all manner of reasons to be angry about the situation. But we're gonna get there. So Nanping Village provides food, Mount Barren provides cotton. I want to travel to Mount Barren at least one time and see if I can snag cotton, because out of cotton we can create quite a lot of money quite quickly, and right now Nyanyun is going to be unhappy no matter what. So she might be as well on the road while we're busy beautying up this place with the materials she deposited. So we're going to create a stove over here, and it's going to be, oh, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. So this is where I always mix things up. So this is this a feng shui building or not? AKA, does it react to the environment, or does it influence the environment? I think it does react to the environment, so if I make it out of earth, it should be okay with a wood environment, but it would catch fire all the time, so we're going to do Spirit Stone. Problem solved. Spirit Stone Kitchen. All workshops are feng shui buildings. Well, with Spirit Stone stuff you can create an infinite loop of money creation, because you can cut a Spirit Stone into blocks, and out of that you can create more worth of Spirit Stones than you invested in one go. It's a little bit odd, but that's just how it works. But basically you're just transforming workforce into money, so it's nothing else than all the other methods of earning money in the game. At first I thought it was quite a cheesy way to do it, but when I thought about it more thoroughly, I noticed that it's actually just like all the other moments. Joe has no idea what's happening. Yeah, neither do we. It's Amazing Confusion Simulator for a reason. People are punching trees. And there's a enemy showing up. Fool. Our mysterious cultivator friend will protect us for once. And the other thing is, we got a vicious woman with a bow among us. I'm going to let that guy attack us. I don't want to take initiative here, since I don't know the environment. And usually I like to attack things with my cultivators. Any tips for a new player? Hi Yugu Boogoo. Well, difference is I don't know what's going on. I love how you point. Wait a sec, so we need to take care of that thing. So, well, any tips for a new player? It's really important to know that in this game you'll almost have no chance to acquire the necessary knowledge of the game all on your own, because there's so much arcane and cryptic stuff in it that I would highly recommend watching tutorials and guides of things that strongly confuse you. Because seriously, there's a lot of stuff that's hard to understand how to use it, even if you know the underlying mechanics. So play the tutorial, yes, but the tutorial was only covering up for me how to control the game. Yeah, and as Joe points out, I did a ton of YouTube tutorials for ACS, because I'm afraid that's the only other way I know of. Because seriously, there's a lot of my knowledge I have about this game, I mentioned that a while ago, comes from very nice and awesome commenters of my old series who taught me a lot of tricks when I had no clue. So I'm sharing these tricks now to other people who have no clue. But in the end, it's... yeah. As soon as you have picked up enough knowledge of the game, you start to discover things on your own, because there is a underlying logic behind all this madness. That's the most wonderful part about this game. Hi Loco! Pee pee poo poo. Oh man. Happy to see you, mate. It's been a while, you know. I was thinking about you yesterday. Warmly. And then you show up today. You must have heard that. How is it going? Well, Oh, quite stressed out. The kid's not sleeping. He's learning to sleep again at the age of 3.5 years. And we all have to live with that. But beyond that, well, slow and steady progression. It's a chore, but it's a fine chore. I guess that sums it up. So we need to put up a loom. Because I want to turn that cotton into something. And Nyanyun, go forth and craft an artifact out of... Let's see. Pier. Oh, Piers are water elemental. Yes! And there's a Yao guy asking for help. 390 days, almost 400 days of tribulation timer. We're definitely gonna pick that guy up. Yao guy are awesome. They come with extremely good stats from the get-go. And they are also, if you don't have a immediate tribulation on them, they're really resilient and powerful. No sleep for everyone. Yeah, of course it will fix itself. It's like a development phase on him. We do notice that he grew a lot smarter across the last few weeks. His understanding of the world is growing, and all of a sudden staying alone does mean a lot more pressure to him than it did before, so it's understandable, but that he needs now 2 to 3 hours longer to fall asleep per day than he did before. It's just driving us nuts. So, well, but yeah, it's just a phase. It all will pass soon, I guess. Need a film to watch. Suggestions? I don't know. How much time you want to invest. First thing that jumps my mind is Watchmen, but that's already a few days ago. So now Nyanyun has her own room. It's very Chinese mythology influenced, but basically cultivate your pawn through meditation, learning laws to become immortal, traveling to agencies. Yes. Now you've been thinking about me. Why is that? Because I'm always happy to see you. You always bring positive vibes. Never met you with bringing a seriously bad mood or something like that. I appreciate that. You always leave your problems at the door. That's a very nice gesture. Not that I mind people pouring the hearts out, but you wanted to know why. So that's been all dealt with now. We need a room to cultivate in. So we got the cushion, and let's set up the cultivation chamber here. Spirit stone displace. Oh, I need to move the loom, but that's no problem. You're in bad mood quite often. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That's why I'm always happy to see you. Because that's exactly how I work too. I'm in a bad mood quite often too, but show must go on. Only problems I don't hesitate to bring are complaints about games not working as intended. Yeah, those are fundamental problems which can be discussed in all length here. So we're going to need more axes. Oh, I'm out of spirit stone blocks too. Crud. So I'll need 45 more. Well, I think we can do that though. So 45, we'll need 1 per go. Yeah. I'm not hesitating cutting down all my beginner's spirit stones because they're just that meaningless. Alright, nice. So we have a pretty good start so far. Oh, that stove wasn't meant to be spirit stone. Now that I think about it more closely, we can create that stove out of earth, because earth and fire have a nice synergy. And since the kitchen itself will be a spirit stone room, that's what I had in mind, we're gonna have no problems here. Okay, let's just wait for a day. And let's craft a peer artifact. Success rate not available. Oh yeah, of course, we're playing Immortal. Dang it, I forgot. Artifact crafting rank 1. Yikes. Anywho, we're going to try that. There's not much to be lost, just a peer. And we need an artifact to work with. As silly as it might feel to try and craft a peer into an artifact. And it failed. Well, no. An immortal visitor. Sure, crowd my place. That's what I like. So, and there's another thing I just kept forgetting, but I really want to do that. I want some fields, and I want them now. We're going to create some large fields from the beginning this time. This was something I did wrong so many times. Let's create cotton and wheat from the beginning. Hi Ash, welcome! Poop artifacts have a hidden debuff that helps knock people out. Okay. Cheers to that. Cheers to the poop artifacts. Things about this game. So... pattern fabric in the box. Nice. We're going to need a lot more efforts here before things work out as intended, but, well, we're getting there. Quite surprised that my sect mates are preferring to go for the construction of that thing this hard, but whatever. So, the Yao guy is a pretty decent fighter too. Nice. Stacking stench debuff. Okay. I never noticed that. Is there a reason you built the displays out of spirit stones and not out of wood? Yes, spirit stone has a, well, stronger chi density, basically. And the more chi around you, the better the room is. And also they are way harder to burn, to set aflame. And also they glow quite nicely. The glow is a very strong argument for me. But the difference between a spirit stone display and a wooden display in terms of chi density is... can forget that. Can pretty much forget about that. So we need somebody who's focusing on the crafting part, because things are just not working out as intended. We need the tools and stuff like that. There we go. So this is going to be Nyanyun's place. Getting that ginseng and lingji growing early would help. Yeah, could do that as well. Yeah, so did I, Combi. So did I. Alright. But let's focus on the cultivation chamber first. Because the rank up of Nyanyun is quite important to me. Let's see, not the ginkgo, but the pear. This will increase her adventuring time by a lot. Let's see. I really got no clue how high her chances are, but Northern Heaven and Earth Ball What a epic name for an enchanted peer, but at least she's now less unhappy because she got an artifact to work with. Okay. So, what can we do here? I don't need wood to work with. Do we have enough herbs? Yes. Also, I don't think that herbs should be any issue here. Let's harvest a few. Okay. Let's just travel to Mount Barren a few times until the extra events will happen that unlock more sect building things. There we go. Hogwarts Simulator. I mean, of course, improving. So, sadly, we're... Okay. I don't need any of those anymore, so I need to cancel that job, because my crafters are just doing silly things. Okay. Also consider to go to my neighboring town to hire some more people for the sect. So we're going to construct a new structure here quite soon. But first let's finish the old jobs. Don't want to overstrain my people here. Oh, a confused stranger. So what about you? Chi sends 22, but your stats are really bad. Let's just help him, because we're nice people. And we got ourselves some cotton again. Can't I move this thing because the display is in the way? That would be ridiculous. Let's see if it was the case. Odd. Why are they not moving the loom? For Christ's sake. Alright, so let's keep going. I want to drop this and I want you to equip that. And then I want to create a few farming tools. Only 2 will be sufficient, okay. Alright, so the farmers are picking up the hose, which makes everything a lot easier. Now, off to the next thing. Let's create some small herb garden areas. Nothing too big, just some stuff to begin with. We're going to enhance that later. Okay, Nyanyon is back. It's looking like they are completing the job first before they can move the loom. I guess that seems to be the problem. We need a tool for chopping. Seriously? We got an axe? Shortage? Yes, we do. Well, let's drop Nyanyun's. She's not gonna use it any longer. Okay, so disciples of Mount 100 insects attack me. Filthy. Let's just wait that out until they attack. What's really important for me is that I don't send my immortals to attack that guy, because immortals killing mortals is bad for their karma. I haven't fully understood yet how condemnation comes together from situations like these, but I know that it does. So let's try and lay some body there. Ping ching. Okay. I heard that letting bodies rot somewhere is good for the fertility of the place. Okay, so let's keep adventuring to Mount Barren a couple of times, because that's the best we can do for now. A cat has come to my sect. Okay. If you need a tool for chopping, why don't you just equip it? There we go. Okay, things are starting to work out quite nicely here. I still got no clue why the loom doesn't get moved. I'm pretty close to deconstructing it. And same goes for the marble stove, but we're going to see what will happen here. Seriously, what are they doing? It's bugged, yeah. Another Yao guy is asking for help. But this one is not as good, especially the chi sense is quite bad. We're going to demolish that thing. Cancel the stove as well. So, we're going to make that loom out of timber anyways. Somehow it ended up being made out of spirit stone, and I didn't want that. So, the stove will be made out of marble. And we're going to place it down here. Let's see. Yeah, all of a sudden things get done. Sometimes this game has a weird hiccup with work order things. Okay, let's do a nice spirit stone casing. Yeah, okay, we're going to need more spirit stones here. Well, I'm going to do it in the middle. It's looking better that way. Okay, now we can go for the rest of the spirit stone cutting. There we go. Got that sect stone thingy that acts like a sect gate. Yeah, that's true. It's true. We could go for some Hellgate farming. It's always a little bit of a mean thing to do, though. Alright, we have a stove now, which is really good. That means we can fetch meals. So, half a dozen units of spirit wood. We need way more than that. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue here. A frog has come to our sect. Alright, how much cotton do we own right now? Where can I look it up? Here. 20 units. We can do 5 more runs of that. Alrighty. And well, we're going to do that later. There we go. That room is done. At least the casing. So 10 units of spirit wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. So to everybody who's unaware of the whole system here, how we built this room, I check out the chi gathering range of the spirit wood. It has a range of 4, which means you go from the center of the block, count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't reach these corners, which you can reach with better. Or wait a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these are not reachable. So we're going to leave those open. But sometimes you have chi gatherers with a range of 5. So that's how we're going to stack them up and make our room richer in chi. Ah, rounding. Thanks, Rajul, for pointing that out. So you're using these corners as well, because yeah, there is a... I've seen the diagrams now that you mentioned it. I just forgot about it. Alright, so the next few missions will be creating a better cultivation area for our outer disciples, because that's just going way too slow for them. Also on the list is another dormitory. I want to have at least 2 dormitories like these. Everything else would be just too small. No, I haven't ticked that already because I don't have a interest in pushing them into disciples as quick as possible right now. I want to build the sect as quick as possible, and then I want to build a proper training room and then do the work hard thingy. Because before that, it doesn't even matter too much. I mean, sure, you do gain some higher rewards, but I don't stress out the foundation of the next person that much right away. Especially since I have already one candidate here. That's really getting close rather fast. For everybody who's wondering what we're talking about, you can tick in here a check mark on work hard, and then they go foundation training whenever they have spare time. So right now, actually getting the work processes done is for me the most important thing. You need to chop those trees, not harvest them. Alright. It's so nice that we got that much cotton. So the first trader hitting town will be quite a bountiful event for us. Also, I want to put up a sewing table so we can sew these clothes. No, I don't have the basic laws unlocked yet. I'm still waiting for the event that gives me the unlock thingy. If there's a way to force them the other way, I don't know of it. I only know that you can get to Taiyi and gather materials from there. There's another trick involved, I'm not aware of it. And I'd be happy to share if you share. So we got ourselves some clothing station now because, you know, let's do some sect uniforms and some cultivator pants. Can get the formations unlocked without the event. Yeah. The laws are usually just triggered by an outside world event that's hitting you sooner or later. I forgot about when that happened. So, forge? Yeah, let's do that as well. Just want to have the workstations online. Chop a couple of trees more. Bye-bye, Mr. Mysterious Cultivator. What a timing. Luckily we can defend ourselves. Get him! Why is that going like this? Ah, of course, the Yao Guy cultivators are super fast, and so what about you? Well, we'll help you, but then you can go somewhere else. Your people don't use bows? Well, I did order that person to equip one, but for some reason the order didn't get resolved, or the bow is now lying. Yeah, the bow is now lying there. Ping Cheng received an awful treatment. Mystic Unity Sect is hating us. So don't ask me why the Yao guy didn't use the bow. Possibly because he didn't see the enemy. I could imagine that this was the reason. Yeah, they all have bows. I'm using wooden ones, which are quite okay, but for some reason the Yao guy did face tank that dude. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. But he's going to be fine. Yeah, Doggy will show up soon. At the start you have 1 or 2 people with bows here, and yeah. I love to give all the outers at the beginning bows, because this way they can fight off attackers that come in the early game with until the doggo hits town. So there we go. Are supposed to handle hunting when the inners are not around. Yeah, hunting, of course. Speaking about which, that boar is dying. It's hunted as well. So, but at least the Yao guy has now equipped the bow. That's something. Yeah, but until the dog has the spirit soil, the fertile soil creation skill, it takes a friggin' long time. That's so late down the road, sadly. Let's see. So these have a growth of 18%. Did the corpse give 10% growth? Let's see if we get a 10% boost. A romantic atmosphere is in the sect. Okay. Love is in the air. So, well, barren room. They're unhappy about their room. Well, we can't change that. Gotta admit, it's not that beautiful. Let's move these beds a tad bit somewhere else. 1 corner each. And then put down some lamps for everybody. To make this place a little bit more lively. Then we're going to place down a table in the middle, but that needs the beds to be gone. Unburied corpses in the middle of the fields creates a romantic atmosphere. Well, cultivation world, you know. It's not weird, it's cultivated, baby. So, a square table in the middle, I like that one. Then we're going to create a couple of folding screens here. Well, okay, the beds are rotated in the wrong direction. But whatever. So bare-boned, the quality here is not really good. But I'd say it'll work out for now. No kink shame. Well, the way of acquiring dragon feces. If you're done with that, you've lost your feelings entirely. Okay, so we're getting stuff done here quite quickly. Now we would need a observatory. That sounds like a good idea too. Let's put that into the backyard here. explore that room. We're starting to run a tad bit low on food, but seeing this place teeming with animals to hunt and plants to pick fruits from, and it's just turning summer, I'm not that worried about running low on food here whatsoever. Instead, we're increasing the capacity of the sect as good as we can. Gather as much cotton as possible to grow rich once the first trader hits town. Seriously, this will get us a lot of money. Alright, we're being attacked one more time. So this time I'm going to let this enemy come. I wonder if the weird behavior of my Yao guy came from the Fog of War or the map thingy. So now we're having a clean sight on that guy. Yeah, we're now using the bows. Whatever went wrong the first time there. Oh, the Yao guy is dead. Does this thing die at some point, or are we all going to die now to one weird Yao guy person attacking us? Okay. What the heck was that? Wolf Yao guy. Okay. Rip. Well, that guy fell that fast that I didn't, that I don't think it would have changed that much, honestly. Like, there was almost no time to react to that. So... Jeez. Alright, there's other cultivators attacking us now. But we're going to defend that this time with our cultivator. So we're still not able to deal with all the wounds here. Well... if you say so. I still believe that there was not really much to be done in that moment. Thwack. Alrighty. Just hope that these guys will recover from that. I mean, it's not like I ever had that problem with outer disciples attacking my sect, ever. Usually they go down like nothing. Yeah, that Yao guy was just like... If you compare how long this guy lasted to the Bull Yao guy there, I assumed that the Bull Yao guy would hold a few strikes. But my human person was surviving way longer, actually. So here's the Taiyi stone casket we were waiting for. Okay, but let's not be too worried about that. Yeah, it's just a little bit horrible that we don't have the healing skills necessary to take care of that. And I don't have any medicines to take care of that either. Well, obviously the wolf Yao guy do have some kick-ass powers too. Gotta say. Now I'm a little bit concerned of going over there, but well, things will just work out fine, I guess. We're going to recruit the next best person trying to join our sect. She lost consciousness. So... we do have enough herbs to try to heal that. But the problem is something else there. We did mess up our healing roll, or did we? Oh no, they're all just horrible healers, that's why. But she wasn't even assigned. Let's see if that helped. No, still becomes completely corrupted. Well, we're going to do something about that, but I really wanted to have the Tayi stone casket as quick as possible, because there's a lot of good stuff going on there. And recruiting people still needs a couple of days for them to arrive at town. So... a mortal friend. He's going to hate us afterwards. So... we can now rebuild the agency too. Oh, I need to put up a reward spot. But we really need to find some new people to work with here. Would be a shame to lose everything here. Well, I never get the Tayi Sect core, the golden core thingy, before I have somebody who can open it. That's the way I cope with the problem. So, manuals here, heal powder. I knew that there was something like that in it. So, heal powder. Oh, spirit powder. Metal, wood, water, fire, and earth tags. Isn't there something? I wonder if this works for her. I don't think it does, but... well, we're going to try it nevertheless. So... feed her heal powder. Thank you. My god. So, can we please help her somehow? I mean, a panacea skill would be already a very wonderful thing. So... equip that to her. Let's see. There's just one thing not getting healed anymore. Yeah, somebody is incapacitated. She could just also stay in bed, you know. But obviously my sect boss is able to help her. And now there's a... well, still not there. Looks like we're now good to go. Yay! They fixed her up. Amazing. So... we're going to get over to, well, let's visit Nanping Village. And I like the idea of trying to recruit somebody because this is more and more scary here. But now she will be at least recovering from it. No, here this is still completely corruption endangered. I don't get the system. Well, Well, you have to be able to take care of these people too. We're running low on food as well. Immortal is quite a rough trip in terms of survival. Especially since your food stockpiles can run low that quickly. So, I always noticed that in Immortal mode it's really brutal that everything takes so much longer. Like, even building foundation takes a lot longer. So... And fights are so much harder. I haven't fully grown accustomed to that. So we're still going to be cherry picking here, of course. As much as we can. Oh, look at this raid boss. So we're going to recruit you. Nice chi sense. Nice stats overall. Going to invite that guy. This is really good. I don't like having too many people at the beginning of the game, honestly. I like to focus on a few things and then expand on people. Especially since they die that easily now in Immortal mode. The more people I have, the harder it is for me to make sure that they stay safe. Yeah, Lotus on the Lotus fields are really good. I agree with that. I like to use them as well. And I'm not going to recruit any crap people now, because I refrain from this method here. Because we're not that needy right now. Because random bad people invade my sect all on their own. I don't need to work hard on getting them into my sect. I'm so sad that we can't help her here. She's trying to heal herself. Let's see. She ate some healing powder. Okay, so now I definitely know that it doesn't work too bad. I mean, there are rituals and skills later to get past these problems. Random bad people. Yeah. Appreciate that one. Always open for a good pun. Okay, so we're going to read the records of the Immortals. We have more Immortal visitors. Okay. Now, I brought a lot of meat to the sect, which will get us through a few more days. Never know what I can pick up. Some things count as steal and some things are okay to pick up. Basically everything which is just a tier 1 item, like Mortal Relic, is safe to pick up. Everything on adventure sites that are no towns or sect terrain are usually also okay to be picked up. She's totally crippled, man. Well. Now, we've already visited this place. Let's go to Mount Baron and pay them a upfront visit. Let's hope our friend will arrive soon. Mortal things tend to be okay, and the rest of the time it purely depends on whether or not you're spotted. I see. I never had issues with stealing stuff in the past. but I rarely rely on the 5-finger discount either. So can't I assign her to just lay in bed? Because it seems to swap between statuses. Oh, well, whatever. She's gonna be scarred for life. Alright. So before I can continue, I need to fetch myself some tea. Gonna be right back, friends. She's only losing her entire back muscles. Yeah, well, I wish I could order her to stay in bed, you know? Okay, let's go. Let's see what we can find here. Legion. Well, nope. Nope. Cheesens 32. Well. Kind of tea drinker am I? I prefer the black one. Green tea is also very good, but I'm most of the time too lazy to brew it for myself because you need to prepare it cup by cup to really enjoy it. And black tea is something where I can have a larger portion at once. Jade and cotton. Well, we're going to pick up the jades. So, these guys are all rather horrible. Let's mount 100 insects, people. Ooh, those stats. Black and green, yeah, I like both types. I couldn't really decide. The effect of drinking green tea compared to black tea is completely different as well. I feel like the caffeine is working a lot different between these two. So I'm not happy with any of those, so we're not going to recruit anybody here. I don't want quantity, I want quality. Alright, we're just going to head home with a couple of stones in the pocket. I mean, as soon as I have another cultivator available, it will be super easy. AKA Zhu will be there any moment. She should have a great fit into a lot of laws. And let's see, Lingya will get back there too. I wonder what will happen once she's healed out. how much max HP loss she will have, but that's okay. Alright, we gained a couple of cotton units again, and summer is coming. So our desired times would be... wood is springtime, so we're already past that for our boss character. And earth will be at the end of every season, so we're okay with that. 2. Okay. So now I'm going to wait at home until this other guy arrives. So return to Tayi. Possibly that was triggering it. Do I really want to adventure now? Yes, we're going to do that. It's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. Of course. Nongdong is attacking us, but at least it's a human this time. So I'm pretty sure it will be absolutely useless to bring Lingya into this fight. But at least we have useless immortal friends here. So, falling treasure. There's a blazing feather down there. Awesome. Can stay there for a while. So, let's wait until Nongdong decides to attack us. There we go. I'm going to wait until he has initiated on something or somebody. Because usually they start attacking like your buildings or something like that. And in that scenario, I don't really care about. So this guy actually decided to attack our mysterious cultivator friend. Not so smart. Okay. Gotta admit, I was a little bit nervous for a moment. But turns out it worked just fine. So, alright. She's already scarred. Kongjing, that's the guy we want to keep. Alright. He's such a boss. I hope he's going to survive. Alright, let's equip that bow on you. Poor quality, common quality, let's take that. There are certain things one can only experience once in life. Fatally suicidal stupidity is one of those. Once? Alright, there, that was the event. Suicidal stupidity. As a gamer, I don't know, I never stopped doing that. Alright, so we got now access to the laws. Wonderful. And Zhu is eligible to get there. So, and there's the trader. Let's see who will go there. Oh, I don't have a trade area. Whoopsie daisy. So, this is available for sale, and we need a trade area as well. Tend to forget that. So, let's put it down in front of the storage zone there. Well, we're going to see. I have no clue about these vessels yet, so yes, material items are worthless. Had to happen. Sub-spirit pill. Oh my god. Unlucky man. But we're just going to sell off all this other stuff. I mean, most importantly, I need a couple of spirit stones to kickstart my production. That we get a boycott on the materials, that's just unfortunate as heck. So we're being blocked out of, well, nothing too special. We're going to, okay, we can't buy a firecracker. That's actually quite tragic. But beyond that, that's okay. No, not like this, Kongjing. What are you doing? Dude. Can you please just get away there? And can you help this guy? Can we save him? I have no clue why the heck he was going in like that. Sometimes they get randomly attacked by animals that are not supposed to be aggressive at all. But luckily this is a full recovery in normal things. Vessels are awesome. Well, I usually don't have any big problems with getting work done in my sects, you know. Most of the time I even have quite the opposite problem, that I got nothing to do for all people at some point. That's why I'm not seeing the pressure behind that, you know. Meow Tai, what a name for a cat meow guy, but you're most certainly most welcome here. Alright. Manifesting caves, not too interested in those. So we now have certain... we have a pretty decent healer, that's good. Hot from the chi sense, yeah. Well, I was just wondering how so many people are that much in love with their vessels, and I never came across the idea. But I guess it's just the focus was somewhere different. Okay. Seriously, these animals randomly going crazy is just annoying as heck. Alright, but at least Kongjing is good as new already. So we're going to move that bed here, and wait a sec. We're going to bring up new timber beds. Now rotate them, because it makes me crazy to see it differently. So water vats, that's actually something we could think about too. So, similar situation like we did before. And, well, no, the water source is over there. Okay, so we got that down. Now we're going to wait until she can be initiated as well. And then... let's see... Kongjing is carrying a enlightening pill with him. It's quite interesting, honestly. And Lingya has, well, not really good social skills. I considered sending her as a abbot to the neighboring community. That didn't work out either. Well, most of the time I don't even get my Sect slots on up to 24 full, so let's see how we're going to fare with that. For now, I want to get the agency rolling ASAP. So let's see if there's anybody. The cat is a very social person, so yeah, we're going to send her over to Mount South and make an abbot out of her. I think that's a very decent choice there. Just wanted to wait until that's happening. She's actually a quite bad fit for most laws that we are running here, but that doesn't matter too much. We're just going to put her into the Grand Chariot. 72% is good enough. And Yao Guy cultivators. This time you will find no mercy. Twack. As far as I remember, it's never a sin to kill a Yao Guy like that. Fire Essence Chakram. Okay. Now, with a second cultivator in our midst, we need... Well, she doesn't need these for sure. And we start to need a manual pavilion. So since this will be all farming, this will be the cultivation area. Well, let's put a library in between. But I want to have that library out of decent materials. Let's do a small library for now. Stoneworks. And let's cut 50 of those. Left them purely for the role-playing. Okay, see you soon, Pop. Yeah, we're going to see and check those things out. For now, I want to ensure the survival of the sect up first, because we sure had a lot of trouble with these things from the beginning. So, but now I'm going to send, let's see, rebuilding agency. We're going to send well, yeah, I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to leave Nyan at home, and Zhu will take the trip. Auto-retaliate, is that a thing? I never knew that this was a thing. Thanks. Well... Or did I, was that another thing I should have activated there? Just realized that I never checked out that one. Or click, yeah, okay, that's something I know. But it, this disable and kill thing doesn't get saved between save files, so I gave up on that. If you get my idea. I only enable it if I wanted to. Alright. I just felt like this Ha-Yun person is somebody I want to keep as well. She does seem to be quite proficient in a lot of things. Our builders are all crap, though. Good lord. Crafters, too. Except for the cat. Yeah, injury deteriorating. I'm actually surprised that she's still alive. Walking injury. Oh, we're all out of herbs by now. Because we tried to heal her that badly, I guess. So, let's see. We could set out for some adventures to gather herbs, but there should be enough out here. Builder skill only affects work speed. Well, as far as I see, it's not entirely true. I thought it was determining the quality of buildings as well. But now that I look at it, well, the buildings have no quality. I always thought that buildings had quality. The more you know. So the quality of buildings is solely determined by the material you use. Okay then, so we're going to store these books. And finally be able to craft talismans. Yeah, the quality depends on the source material, absolutely. Absolutely right, you are about that. So we're going to send the kitty cat over to Mount South and build an agency there. That's going to be Primal Temple. No. First Temple. Don't have too many good ideas right now. Let's give her Spirit Stones. That's always don't mix quality and tier. Yeah, well, we're talking about the quality, which is here determined as no quality. Tier is, of course, determined by the material, but I guess the quality of the room, at least here, this is what we're talking about, is determined by the materials used. There, I'm pretty sure about it. And since we're only using quite meager materials, just regular timber, the situation is not too brilliant here. Now, we got 2,400 inspiration. Let's see. Common elixir recipes. There's should be another one too. Here, the talismans. Oh, we can only do one order at once. I see. Yeah, well, you know, to transcribe those laws, these shelves need to be built, my friend. And I'm starting out with the talismans for a reason. Stop pushing me so hard. We got enough time. Don't you worry, let it flow. So, this is a mortal person. I don't want to kill her with my cultivator if we can. Here we go. Flopped unconscious. And now we're going to send a mortal person to kill that person. And I wanted to start with the talisman thingy because this will enhance our adventuring times by a ton. Well, sorry to hear that, but that's okay. You know, I'm saying stop when something bothers me, so don't you worry about that. You just need to listen when I say stop, and then you never have a problem with me. I always value advice, and sometimes it's also me not being able to take advice because I'm a know-it-all as well. So it's hard to tell. So that's also a nice thing that the meat here respawns whenever you get there. The basic talismans, they are, especially with the more massive timers we have to endure, they are quite important for us. So stone blocks need to get done. Another Yao guy. We're seeing a lot of Yao guy dudes here. But this one I'm going to send away. He doesn't bring the qualities I want. Alright. The remarkable book has been taken. So there's a couple of wolves. 9,966 points. What are you talking about, Ash? Somehow I can't follow. Good night, Ash. I hope that was a good amount of points. So, more Yao guys. Well, also, let's till the soil a little bit with our enemies. I really like that. Ah, channel points. I see. Did we... Oh, come on, you. Get a life. Stop ambushing low-life sects. We're going to make bodies out of you. Twag. There, you got it. So, and that's why I keep Nyanyon at home, because I need to have some defenses until we got the doggo. So, speaking about some things to hang out, well, now there's no connection at all. So, I want to have a place to play Go and a Sither, because you can't create quite valuable items on these thingies. Good night. Did I already say good night? I'm a little bit tired myself. It was a quite strenuous day today, but a good day. In the end, it was a good day. So... Mount South needs to choose a policy. Wonderful. We're going to build a field, and I want to build the mine as well, because we're really constantly low on stone. Because there's no stone supply here I've seen. But food is really not an issue at all. I like that. So, since we have now access to the basic talismanos, let's see. What can we do? Spiritual traveling is one we're going to use. And beyond that, I don't really need any others of those. Let's do 2 spiritual traveling ones. Alright, the ability to adventure a lot more is very, very powerful for us. Even if those talismans are still quite weak. Manifesting Cave. So, what do we do next? I'd need way more spirit stone than that to open relations with my neighbors. So we're going to send Zhu to this place and gather more cotton. Invis Talisman to reduce reputation gain. I don't think that will be an issue. So Ha-Yun is taking down these. At the end of the day, I almost every time had to manually work towards getting reputation, because I don't trigger these reputation gain events too much. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I never had issues with that, honestly. What I do have issues with is that we're not getting our stoneworks done. So we should be... Let's try like that. This should be better. Someone is hurt. Spare me with these problems. Alright, so let's go for our first practice tour. And obviously I need more spirit wood than that. But luckily we are in a forest that yields tons and tons of those. But until 500 rep you actually want to gain steadily. Well, I was wondering about I never used the invisibility talisman, that's all I just noticed. If you haven't, if you wouldn't have mentioned it, I wouldn't even have known about it. Somehow. We need a stamina pill. Okay, so that one comes unexpected, but it's just fine. Let's create ourselves an alchemy furnace just in front of our cultivation room. Let's do that. But as I understand it, you want the minimum number of outers as possible. Yeah. That's how I understood things as well. Just wonder if I should go for quality or quantity. But I think quantity is better than quality at the beginning of the game. I somehow got the feeling like that's how it works here. So let's see, stamina pill. We can do that if we had spirit leaf. So let's grow that stuff there. I know that we can grow that in the herb garden. So Alchemist's Peak is mentioned as a source for that. Twag. Oh, we killed him. Let's see, did we gain condemnation for that? No, we didn't. I always have a hard time understanding from where we get condemnation. Well, I always figured that in the end, if you want to if you want to have it really cool, you would need a... You would need 5 furnaces and have them adjusted somehow. So 182 days and phenomenal stats. Picking up a lot of Yao Guide this time, but I mean, what does it? What's the matter with these alchemy furnaces? I mean, does it change the chance of success, or I have really not too much experience with that? Can only get 4 of them, I see. Alrighty. Gathering more cotton. And let's just hope that at some point things will get done. A confused stranger. Woo wrong. Well, we're going to help him for sure. I see. Well, thanks for the info about that. I think I wouldn't have noticed that too any time too soon, honestly. So, Alchemist's Peak is where we can gather spirit leaves at, but it's a 2-day trip to that place. It's quite annoying, so we need farm tools and crafting tools. What do you guys mean due to insufficient resources? There shouldn't be insufficient resources at this point. Yeah. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go to bed for today as well because it's late, I'm tired, and I felt like we set up a nice foundation here. This should work, and we're going to improve on that in the next few episodes. So whoever hasn't pushed the follow button yet, just leave me one. I'd be very, very grateful about that. And yeah, good night everybody. Thanks for hanging around and for the good company. See you soon.